Welcome back. I trust that I'm finding you well and in some kind of flow. While we are doing this recording, it is a new moon, and it's a new moon in Virgo, and it's nearly the turning of the seasons here on our side. Now, with this new moon, and with it being Virgo, the absolute control freak, we have now got the choice of, are we going to upgrade? Are we going to level up? Are we going to change? Are we going to choose the new? Or are we going to do the things the same as we've always done? And the thing is, we always get to these decision points throughout the year, but certain times of the year, these choices are a little bit more pronounced than others. And especially with Pluto also now being in the mix as we speak, it just emphasizes that it really is time for the new. Otherwise, just like the dinosaurs and some other things before them and after them, and unfortunately some things still to come, they too will die out if they don't change, if they don't adapt, if they don't make new and space for the new, if we don't drop those old branches so that new ones can grow out. So these changes for us mean that we've got the decision to look at some patterns and then change them, or decide whether those patterns work for us and then continue with the pattern, especially when it brings results that are desirable. But for the ones that aren't, it's time to go. And some of those include the ancestral patterns. Now I know for in my blood lineage, there have been some of my cousins and second cousins who, when you look at their lives, have changed some of those patterns, especially the patterns that have got to do with abundance of currency or money. Now I can only speak for myself, and that's what these chronicles are about. But I know that on some regards and some levels, we am still struggling with that. And it's not really the we, because my higher self knows that the abundance that is includes currency in all its forms. And I think that's one of the reasons why we've decided to start trading as well, and not just exchanging what we do and what we create for money, but also for other things. And when we look back at our lineage, we see that lack mentality, especially when it comes to money, on both our parental sides, on both fathers of our mother and our dad or father. Now, here on my side in future, when I speak about my dad, I'm speaking about my parental, my biological father, the one whose surname I carry. And it's that surname also, which I know for my grandfather on his side, definitely had some money blocks. His goal in life was to die and have saved up at least R1,000,000 by the time that he passed away. And when he passed, apparently, he was not too far from that goal, but he did not reach his goal. And we know, especially for men, and especially those that are very money oriented, once you have that goal and you get to the end and you realize that it wasn't reached, that it can really leave some very deep marks. Then on my mother's side, I've seen and heard in the stories that precisely the same was true. And when we look at the stories, we understand why. We really do. And that's why I'm so happy that not just myself, but some of my other cousins and nephews and nieces are changing this because it's time for that change to happen. So I think this is a few pennies dropped. So look at your lineage and see where things have to change and see where some of those patterns are from. Because now's the time for you to change those patterns. Okay? And know that it's possible. And know that in these shifting times that we are in, and especially in the age of Aquarius, you, my beautiful soul, have absolutely no legitimate reason to hold on to that karma anymore. Because karma is one of the things that are changing for all of us. Because in these times of Aquarius, we are writing our own script. Write your own script and decide what you are building for you and your legacy. And I don't mean the legacy of the masculine, of the toxic masculine, where only power and greed and accumulation of wealth was important. No, the abundance that is in everything while we work from our heart. Because that's what this time is about. And that is the big changes we are seeing. And when you are listening to this, I know that you work from your heart as well. Because we don't like having those people in our lives anymore that only run after the money and after the big fame and after the big name, because it's so old and that energy is dying. To be part of the change you want to see in this world by dropping those things and starting a new chapter for you. I love you. Go and write that chapter every day in all the decisions you make, coming from the heart, working through the mind. Love is our greatest asset, and it is what is making the difference. Now you help to be that difference. So make yours a namaste, you beautiful soul.